The tragedy in Boston has Indianapolis officials taking extra safety precautions for one of the city's biggest events. 35,000 people will be participating in next month's mini marathon, over 1,500 of them from our area. News Channel 15's Gina Glaros went to Indianapolis today and continues our team coverage. Gina?
Heather, we visited WFYI radio station in Indianapolis as city officials and 500 festival organizers met to discuss a safety plan for the 500. Thousands from around the United States visited Boston to test their strength in the country's oldest marathon. Participants and spectators never imagined what they'd have to endure next.
Sad because as a runner, I hold events like that, especially Boston Marathon, pretty sacred, and to know that somebody can come in and scare everyone and probably put question marks on how it's going to carry out next year is scary. And why couldn't things like that happen at the Indianapolis Half Marathon or any other event for that reason?
Next month, thousands of people will make their way across the country again, this time to Indianapolis.
This really hits home for us just because we do host so many large-scale events here, especially one of the next running events in the country, and it's the nation's largest half marathon. So we definitely are watching very closely to see what we can learn from this experience.
35,000 people will participate in the sold-out mini marathon.
We have a special show today. We're going to be talking in the aftermath of the tragedy at the Boston Marathon.
News Channel 15 went to Indianapolis and sat in WFYI's radio broadcast Tuesday. 500 festival representative, former Indianapolis Police Deputy Chief, and Indianapolis Fire Department discussed ways to help ensure your safety in Indiana's biggest event. The city has had a safety plan in place for several years and will continue to make updates. Organizers say as new information on the Boston attack surfaces, they'll decide whether to make adjustments for next month's events.
We're still working through all those details, but keep in mind that people will be looking out for any suspicious activity. We ask that our participants look and fans and spectators look for any suspicious activity and work closely with the police department if they do see anything.
500 festival organizers say they have had a handful of mini marathon runners who have second thoughts about participating, but for the most part, it's been a positive outreach of support.
We've received a lot of feedback that people are looking forward to the race. They want to run for Boston.
A couple of very good friends out in Boston, and luckily they're safe, but other people weren't as fortunate, so we're praying for them and, yeah, thinking about them.
The mini marathon is sold out. Organizers are expecting about 90,000 people to be there for after-party events. They say there will be officials monitoring activity, and they rely on you as well. If you spot anything suspicious, let police know immediately. In Studio 15, Gina Glaros. Heather, back to you.